I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Hey friends, I'm Nisi, and I'm side-eyeing POW right now, but in the best possible way. I mean, what was Wallflowers? What was Wallflowers?
I don't know what that was, I don't know what that was.
Okay, Wallflowers isn't just a song, it's an experience, it's a vibe, it's a whole damn mood. Imagine walking into a jazz club after dark, but there's a DJ spinning a beat that's straight out of a futuristic funkscape, and then here comes a poet with some sick fit and a frickin' beret who grabs the mic and starts spitting the truth. That is the rabbit that POW just managed to pull out of a top hat. If you're still stuck on Favorite, their earlier, sweeter stuff, buckle up, this ain't that. But if you've been paying attention along the way, you know these boys have been hinting at these kinds of interesting colors all along. Now let me set the scene, sonically speaking. Wallflowers isn't a carefully curated art exhibit. It's a vibrant street art mural, bold, unapologetic, and impossible to ignore. Painted with pure groove, splashed with the smooth elegance of jazz, and inspired by the raw emotion of spoken word poetry. Let's start with the foundation. A funkified heartbeat, a bass line that breathes like a living thing, drums with a swagger that'll make you want to move even if you're glued to your frickin' seat, and those ghost notes that tickle your senses, leaving you craving more. Then comes this jazzy glaze, like a layer of shimmering sophistication, lush chords that wrap around you like a velvet curtain, or piano that shimmers like city lights on a rainy night, and brass accents that punctuate the vocals like a perfectly timed wink. And finally, the spoken word spine, a spacious mix that lets the lyrics land with the impact of a whispered secret, both intimate and impressive, all at once. It's that glow meets grit contrast, that push and pull between light and shadow, that makes this track so damn addictive. It's warm and yearning, yet grounded and real, like finding a wildflower pushing through concrete. The vocals carry both strength and vulnerability, like a superhero with a soft spot. And the acoustic elements woven into the electronic tapestry make it feel personal, like a handwritten letter, but in our digital age. This is music that transcends language, a shared experience that vibrates in your soul, a feeling you just get, even if you can't explain why. The wallflower metaphor gets flipped on its head here, tossed into the air and given a whole new spin. It's not about being invisible, shrinking into the background. It's about latent power, beauty waiting to bloom in its own damn time. The lyrics are a love letter to the quiet ones, the overlooked ones, the ones finding their voice in the shadows, our diamonds in the rough. I want your attention. You found me right here, blooming for you, wallflowers. It's a confession disguised as a flower, a gentle but firm declaration of self-worth, like a shy smile that holds a universe of untold stories. Tried to play it cool, but I'm barely breathing. That's the tightrope walk between performance and truth, the body betraying the carefully constructed mask, like trying to hold back a tidal wave with a paper cup. Your gaze tunes my day into a mood swing, the power of desire to transform the mundane, turning the ordinary into something extraordinary, like a simple melody that unlocks a symphony of emotions. My true self feels like you'd love it. The audacity of hope, the belief that you are lovable as you are, flaws and all, like finding beauty in the imperfection of a handmade object. I'm gonna make my move, even if I'm a little clumsy, embracing agency over striving for perfection, choosing action over paralysis, like dancing, even when you don't know the steps. The longer you see, the lovelier it gets. An invitation to linger, to find beauty in the depths, to discover the hidden layers that unfold with time, like a flower budding for the first time, revealing its intricate petals. We, the flowers on the wall, a quiet anthem of becoming, together, finding strength in solidarity, like a garden where each bloom supports the others. This isn't about flexing, it's about empathy, pure and simple. It's written to connect, to reach out and touch a soul, not to show off or to impress. And like all good lyricism, it leaves room for your own story to bloom within the lines, to find your own meaning reflected in the music's mirror. This production is masterful auditory architecture. It's a carefully constructed world where every sound serves a purpose, with the groove as our wavering guide, our North Star in this musical galaxy. The drums and the bass don't just lay down a beat, they have this human quality, a subtle push and pull that makes you want to move without intrinsically realizing it. It's not robotic or sterile, it's alive, breathing, pulsating with a life of its own. The hi-hat and snare engaging in a conversation, this playful back and forth that makes the beat feel dynamic even when it's not overly complex. It sounds like two friends trading stories over a cup of coffee. There's this call and response that echoes throughout the track, the bass answering the keys, the brass answering the vocals answering silence. It's classic funk jazz language, a timeless dialogue that speaks to the soul, but reborn into the K-pop lexicon. The keys and brass don't just play notes, they paint the harmonic landscape, adding color and richness without being overwhelming. A synth pad creates a dreamy haze, a soft focused lens that blurs the edges of reality, while the rhythm section keeps everything grounded, rooted in the earth, like a tree reaching for the sky with its branches, while its roots hold firm. Vocally, POW shows restraint, a maturity beyond their years, using harmonies to enhance their intimacy rather than inflate the chorus with this stadium-sized anthem. The spoken word-like sections are delivered with conversational phrasing and subtle dynamics, holding whispered secrets shared between best friends or lovers. It's about vulnerability, not fireworks, about connecting with the listener on a deeper level. The blend of acoustic and electronic elements creates this fervent desire that keeps you coming back for more. In this sprawling K-pop landscape, Wallflowers doesn't just fit in, it refuses to, carving out its own unique territory, sitting left of center, with the Renegades spirit in a world of high-gloss bombast. It's a risk-forward choice, a jazz harmony and funk pocket with a spoken word tilt. That's a testament to POW trusting their own instincts. It also mirrors their quiet through line. They have a knack for nostalgia without cosplay, a love for the past without being chained to it. Favorite and dazzling were crate digger winks, subtle nods to the sounds of yesteryear. But this time, they're using the grammar of the past to speak in the present tense, creating something that feels both familiar and utterly new. The song's currency is empathy, down-to-earth, personable, diary-open energy. That transcends language and survives the endless scroll. That cuts through the noise and connects with something real. On stage, the performance is more than just choreo. It's a narrative unfolding. Micro gestures and eye lines mapping the lyrics' confession arc without sacrificing the groove, like a silent film that speaks volumes through its visuals. POW, they're building a world, brick by brick, where funk lives in the floorboards, jazz dances in the walls, and whispered confession sits at the heart of it all. They've made a record here that's both lofty and grounded, pairing warm harmony with a pocket that feels human, not hyper-processed. They've written the overlooked into a soft anthem, singing it like they're in the room with you, sharing a secret, leaving space for you to co-author the meaning, to find your own story reflected in the song's shifting colors. If you've been sleeping on POW, Wallflower is your wake-up call, a groove-led, jazz-kissed, slam poetry revelation that should shake you to your core. This is a group with a producer's ear and a poet's heart. I'd like to throw up the song credits on this. This is a great song, and everyone who created had a part in this magic. So, what detail hooked you first? Was it the offbeat snare ghosts? Or maybe it was the brass lifts that sent the shiver down your spine. Or the look a little closer. The longer you see, the lovelier it gets refrain. Maybe that's what's echoing in your mind. Is it those vocals? Because they sit there like they're just waiting to be discovered. Anyway, Tell me, what was it? I'll be over here letting the pocket breathe and blooming on the wall alongside you, lost in the magic that is Wallflowers. Okay, and for my cookie, before we let the credits roll, can we just give it up for the visual direction of this music video? I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with how they chose to frame it. That square format, it's like we're looking through a vintage viewfinder. It's another nod to like the nostalgia that POW does so well. And then you have the aerial shots, the bird's eye view shots of the members in the choreo. Gives you this sense of detachment, of observing from a distance or from the passenger seat of the car. And that perfectly mirrors the Wallflower perspective. So it feels like we're hovering above, witnessing their quiet bloom, their subtle rebellion against being overlooked. It's that feeling of being slightly removed, yet still connected. It turns the MV into a visual poem, which is a perfect complement to the song's introspective lyrics and the poetic vibes it gives off. So I think the square format, the aerial perspective are not just stylistic choices. I think they're a continuation of the story, drawing you in while simultaneously reminding you that there's still space between the observer and the observed. And it's this delicate dance of wanting to be seen, but also finding power in the shadows. It's very, very cool visual storytelling. And I think that's just another reason why I'm captivated by POW and theirs and their team's artistry. Kudos, art direction, kudos.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.